On the Post story about the Russia probe potentially ensnaring a current White House official, Sean Spicer said, and I quote, as the president has stated before, a thorough investigation will confirm that there was no collusion between the campaign and any foreign entity. On this panel just a few days ago, Charles, you called this a scandal in search of a crime. Do you still hold that position? Does the Post story asserting that there's somebody very high up in the White House right now who's now a person of interest in the investigation, are you disturbed by that?
Well, are you accusing me too here? No, I'm not disturbed by it at all. A person of interest means somebody who knows. It doesn't mean somebody who did something wrong or illegal. I think on here they are protesting too much. And Spicer's protest that the real issue here is particularly with the Russian thing, Trump talking to the Russians about the Mueller firing, that this is an issue of the leak, is inadvertently self-indicting, because after all, the idea that journalists are going to receive leaks it's a constant. The journalists are always ready to pick up the phone. If he's saying we have a real problem here with leaks, what we're talking about, what's unusual, is the Niagara of leaks coming out of this White House. As you said, this had to have been somebody in the room, somebody who took the notes, somebody who called the Times, picked up the phone and read the notes. So the problem here is an inner circle of people who have lost faith or are betraying or whatever. But it's certainly not a leak problem that ought to interest us. It's a loyalty problem inside the White House.
To be clear, the 4 American officials who were in the Oval Office for that meeting with the Russian delegation were the President, the Secretary of State, the White House National Security Advisor, and his deputy, Dina Powell.
And somebody who had access to the notes.
The notes that they took the notes, but the notes were then put into paper form for a chronicle of the meeting, and more people will have access to that, and that's right. One of the leakers here, correct?
But those people are inside the White House. In other words, this is not NSA, FBI, enemies in the deep state trying to undermine the president because he's an outsider. This is inside people, and what Spicer is saying, that's the real story? Well, if that's the real story, it's the administration, the White House's problem.